tryna make it. Too many people, they don't let me down, but I keep it real, no time for hating. I'm always on that PC tryna shape my sound. See, I'm just tryna make it. I've got some people I cannot let it down. Aiming for the top of the mountain. Not there yet, but I've left the ground. Oh, I've left the ground. I'm just tryna make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Oh, I've left the ground. I'm just tryna make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah.
say I'm a big dog. I make all my niggas better. I feel like I'm Chris Paul. I serve all the purest cocaine, don't need no fentanyl. He faking this persona for the bitches, call him Rick Ross. While I fuck on your bitch right by the door, I told her get lost. I see cash up in my sleep like Trader Visionary. I keep sticks up on my side, got more than the military. Got up in that pussy, leave it creamy, Ben and Jerry's. Take off like a jet, I'm feeling like I'm Jason Terry. These niggas hate it, but these bitches love the way I'm shining though. I might get 100 years if the police find a dope. Dreaming for my baby mama, cause I found a finer hoe. I done put my bitch.
Yo, we back up in here, bitch. We up in here, y'all. We back up in here, y'all. We back up in here, man. Welcome back, y'all, to another, man. This is another episode of J Talk Sports, also hosted on Let's Talk with JVJ. I am your host, damn, Let's Talk with JVJ, man. I hope everybody doing all right, man. On your way in, as usual, man, hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn the notice on, share the videos, and I guess click all on the notice. I don't fucking know. I forgot whatever the last one was, man. But I hope everybody doing all right. Look, man, we talking about the playoffs, man. Go ahead and do a quick shout out to Marcus. He said, let's go, Dub Nation. You already know what we doing around here. You know what we doing around here. Shout out to Marcus. Look, y'all, we going to get into these playoffs, man. It's one of these shows where we done came a long way. We went through a lot of things, but we to the point now where it's like, look, it's put up a shut up time, and that is the NBA playoffs. I love it around this time of the year. I'm also very sad around this time of the year, y'all, because I don't really be fucking with no baseball. And all I got after this is soccer. So it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad time of the year. But look, y'all, we know that we got games going on tonight, but we got to talk about all the game ones. We know about what happened in the play-ins. So we're gonna go through the list, y'all. We're gonna go through the stats and everything. Well, not all the stats, everything, because certain playoff games I don't give a fuck about at all. I don't care about, so I ain't gonna talk about them. But I will mention them to a certain extent. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump into it. I dropped the link for anybody that want to hop up in on here and get their thing in. But you know what it is, y'all. Y'all feel free and say Marcus said, yo, JBJ Fresh Hat. You got to keep it on, man. I got support from my boys, man. I got to rep for my team, bro. My number one team, my favorite team, favorite player, Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors. But Giannis number 2. I just ain't bought a Bucks hat yet. And they get their ass out this first round, I might go get one. But here you go, check it, man. Let's go ahead and get this shit up on screen, man. Let's see what we got right here, y'all. I'll go with this one. Boom. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Matter of fact, I made myself real small on this one this time. Yeah, I'm gonna go real low. Look, y'all, to start the playoffs, y'all, we had the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll make this a little bigger too. You know, make this a little bit bigger around here. That's what she said. Yeah, to start the playoffs, y'all, we had the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Indiana Pacers in their first matchup, and the Indiana Pacers took that shit to the house, y'all. 117-98. Now, Giannis did not have his teammate, his co-pilot, Damian Lillard, with him. He ended up, let's see what the stat line looked like in this one. I got to make it smaller now because I want to see all the stats. Giannis ended up dropping 36 points on their head. Why did he jump in 2? Just go 1. All right, it don't really matter. Giannis ended up dropping 36 points on their head, but not getting any points from Taurean Prince, not getting any points. Think about this, y'all. In 22 minutes, getting 0 points from Kyle Kuzma, getting 9 points from Brook Lopez, and 5 from Ryan Rollins. And these are all starters. You see why they ended up only having 98 points. He got majority of his help from the bench in the likes of AJ Green, Kevin Porter, and Gary Trent Jr. They might need to take somebody in the starting role spot because these boys ain't show up to do what they needed to do. Over on the Indiana side, you had Pascal Siakam showing up with 25, y'all. That boy, he getting his buckets over there. I don't like the way he get them, but he get them. Miles Turner landed in 19. Nate Smith gave you 7. Andrew Newman, I don't know who the fuck that nigga is. He gave you 17. And Tyrese Halliburton, you'll see 10 on there, but he also gave you 12 assists. And that boy just got an ugly jump shot, y'all. But they also got some help off the bench, man. They even got Mathern, gave him 13. TJ McConnell, he always going to give you at least 10. He gave him 11. And Thomas Bryant and Obi Toppin gave you 6 with Jerice Walker giving you 3 to finish out. And yeah, they got that dub. They got that dub on my boys. Milwaukee, they need Dame back. They need Dame back because as of right now, it's a one-man scoring team. And Giannis just showed you that, look, he just did it by himself before, but he's not going to carry you all the way. He can do it for a game or 2, but you can't win a championship this way. You can't get out the first round with just one player, and we all know that. But Indiana went up 1-0. 1-0 being the let's get to the higher seed or the lower seed. I'm not really sure. I have to check. But next we had the Clippers going up against the Nuggets, y'all. This game actually went to overtime. Clippers versus Nuggets went to overtime. And it was actually a really interesting game. It was a really interesting game. James Harden came in with 32 on their head, dropped 32 on them. Zubac 21 with Kawhi dropping in 22. Norman Powell gave you 12. Chris Dunn gave you 10. You'll think you'll win. You think you'll win. But when you got a team over here like this, Aaron Gordon giving you 25, I be trying to tell folks, man, Aaron Gordon, they got to stop sleeping on AG, bro. They got to stop sleeping on AG. That boy, he's in this, he found his perfect home. He found his perfect home playing alongside Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets, man. I'm not a Denver Nuggets fan at all. I respect Jokic's game, but I'm gonna be honest, man. Gordon, he better pray and be happy that he made it there. Now, one thing that the Clippers need to worry about is Michael Porter Jr. only had 3 points in that game. 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. That's most likely not going to happen on a consistent basis. The boy is a shooter. He is a scorer. That's what he's always been known for. He only gave you 3, but Jokic came in and did what he normally does, 29, 12, and 9. Damn near triple-double, doing his thing. Jamal Murray stepped up, came alive, and gave you 21. And then Chris Braun, that little white boy right there, he got some heart in him. He landed in another 12. And then obviously you had Russell Westbrook. I gotta mention him. I'm gonna really just try to stay on the starters, y'all. But I gotta mention Russ on this one coming off the bench. 15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover. Russ almost actually gave the game away, but he also helped win the game for him too, which is crazy to say at the same time. Y'all need to go back and watch that game. But yeah, the Clippers fell 110 to 112. And I forget who I got in that series. I don't know if I took the Clippers to win that series or not. But next up, y'all, neither here nor there, we have the Pistons, y'all. We had the Pistons. Y'all hold up. All right, yeah, here we go. Yes, next we had the Pistons going up against the New York Knicks. And we see how the first game turned out, 123 to 112, y'all. I picked the Knicks in this series. I know that. I think I took them in 5. But Tobias Harris stepped up, boy, led the team in scoring. I think it's Kate Cunningham's first playoff series, so I'm not going to hold this series over his head like some other people would if they were trying to defend somebody else, if they want to maintain their GOAT. They'll try to kill somebody in their first playoff series, even though that's not even a conversation I think they want to have. But Tobias Harris with 25, Ashur Thompson with 10, Tim Hardaway gave you another 19, Duran, their center, gave you 7, and Cade Cunningham in a respectable first playoff appearance, he gave you 12 and 21 and 12. That's respectable. Oh, but he had 6 turnovers, so you always got to correct that shit. You can't have a lot of turnovers. And I'll give Malik Beasley his props because he dropped 20 coming off the bench in 35 minutes. But when you're outmatched and you're inexperienced, you ran up against a team that I don't like. I'm going to tell all y'all people, I'm not a New York Knicks fan. I'll never believe in the New York Knicks. I don't know why all these people be talking about the New York Knicks, especially a lot of folks from New York. I was in the service, bro. A lot of my folks from New York. I got a dude that I was in the service with. He swear up and down New York gonna win shit. And every year I got to sit here and laugh at him and be like, bro, y'all ain't winning shit, bro. Like, you can keep saying that till the cows come home, but y'all ain't winning shit. But in this game, they did win it. You had Mikal Bridges having an offshoot night with 8 points. You had Anunoby gave you 23. Karl Anthony Towns gave you 23. And Jalen Brunson, the leader of that team, as usual, dropped 34 on their head and finished out with Josh Hart playing hard defense with 13 points. I ain't worried about Cameron Payne. He gave you 14, but Cameron Payne will always hustle and get you some buckets. He's a hot bucket getter. He can get you some when you need some. But yeah, the Knicks won that one, went up 1-0 on the Pistons. 1-0 on the Pistons. Next, we had the Lakers versus Timberwolves. I know a lot of people wanted to talk about this matchup right here. I picked the Lakers to win this series, but the Lakers got slapped in the mouth for game 1. They play again tonight, but they got slapped in the mouth in game 1. You had Julius Randle came out there and gave you 16, followed by Jaden McDaniels gave you 25. That boy be shooting. That boy is a 3-and-D, and he's very valuable to that team. A lot of people need to pay attention to it. Rudy Gobert, I think he had a shitty-ass game. Be honest with you. He had 2 points, and I'm not grading off the 2 points. Dude, you like 7 foot everything. You only got 6 rebounds? I don't know what you're doing out there, bro. I don't need you to get assists. I don't need you to get points, but I need you to get rebounds, and I need you to get blocks. And that man had 2 points, 1 block, and 6 rebounds. That's crazy. Terrible stat line, in my opinion. Mike Conley, don't really expect a lot from him, but he gave you 9. And Anthony Edwards, as usual, the best player on the team, but didn't have the best game, gave you 22. 22 on 22 shots. 22 on 22 shots, but you can add that in there with the 8 rebounds and the 9 assists and only 1 turnover. That's a good game for him. And Naz Reid, as usual, I think he's a sleeper on the team that a lot of people need to pay attention to. Naz Reid gave you 23. So, yep. But we got to move on down here to the Lakers. On the Lakers side, you had Rui Hachimura, y'all. He only gave you 9 points. We need a little bit more out of you, Rui, if y'all going to do something. It's got to be a team effort all the way through. Dope James can't carry y'all. But Dope James himself gave you 19 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, but he had 4 turnovers. We can't be having that. Jackson Hayes, obviously, he wasn't getting no pick and rolls because he only gave you 1 point. Jackson Hayes is not the type of player that's going to go out there and get you buckets like that. But once again, my same gripe with these big men, when we know they're not scorers and they need to be fed the ball, you can get your ass out there and get a motherfucking rebound. And he only had 3, y'all. That's a waste of time on the court. If you're gonna be that tall, that big, and you only can get 3 rebounds in a game, that's crazy. Next up, you had Luka Doncic, y'all. He had 37. Luka was cooking a little bit. 37, 8 and 7. No, 37 and 8, because he only had 1 assist. Luka wasn't even people. I guess people weren't hitting the shots, or either I don't know. I know to tell you. And then followed up with Austin Reeves with 16 points. He had a 16 3-3 game, and the Lakers failed. They fell to the young Timberwolves, and honestly, we can't even really say they old now. They in their junior year now. We can put them in the junior class. They ain't no freshman. They ain't no sophomore. They been here before. This ain't their first rodeo, but they fell to them, and I think Goat James gonna have to go ahead and take out that, pull the cape out. He might have to pull the cape out on these boys. I'm being honest with you, if they gonna get the dub, because you can't let these young boys run up and down the court on y'all. And also, we do have to throw in that it's JJ Redick's first playoff time coaching, being a coach. So maybe that could have hit a little different, because these defensive schemes, you're going to have to scheme up on the fly. You can't just keep letting shit happen for a quarter and a half and just say I'm gonna change it at halftime. You got to change by the second. Every time something starts to happen, they start to go on runs, you got to change that shit right then. You got to change the game plan. But that was all the first day games that we opened up with, y'all. So we're gonna move over here to Sunday. Move on over to Sunday. Next, we had the Grizzlies going up against the Thunder, the number 1 Thunder. And the Thunder whooped their ass. We beat them bad. They were talking about how bad everybody was making videos, y'all. I was seeing this shit on the internet about after day 1 of the playoffs. Everybody was talking a whole bunch of shit about how bad the Lakers lost. LeBron James, that's your goal. Michael Jordan would have never got beat like that. I'm like, Michael Jordan got beat like that before and worse. But damn, that Lakers score wasn't as bad as this Thunder Grizzlies score. They beat them boys 131-80. Damn, that's embarrassing. And let's talk about these pitiful scores that was on this team right here. Jaren Jackson gave you 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Zach Edey, his tall ass, gave you 4 points, 9 rebounds. I will give him that, 9 rebounds. And he even landed in 1 assist, so I'm not going to knock Edey for that. He a rookie in his first playoff game. I think that's good for him, especially being a non-scoring big for real. Next, you had Ja Morant, the leader of the team. In 26 minutes, gave you 17 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. That's not a good game for Ja. Ja, you can do better than that. We all know you can do better than that. You got to do better than that if you want to have any chance of beating this team, which I gave you none. I think I said I was going to get swept. I think I said y'all was going to get swept. At the most, I probably gave you 1 win. Next up, you had Desmond Bane. He supposed to be a shooter galore. He went 3 for 12. That boy ended up with 9 points. Shot wasn't falling that night. 0 assists, 0 steals, but had 2 rebounds. I'm not going to hit him on the rebounds because he's really short, but 4 turnovers, that's unacceptable. You're not going to win games like that, especially being a starter. And then Scottie Pippen Jr. Now we got another former player's son in the league. Scottie Pippen Jr. be hooping. He gave you 2 points. In 22 minutes on 9 shots, he gave you 2 points. It's not good. It's not good. And also, I got to give credit to the person that played the best on the team. And yes, I'm saying he played the best. Marvin Bagley III off the bench in 16 minutes gave you 17 points. He outplayed everybody on the Grizzlies that night. 17 points in 16 minutes with 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover. That's the MVP for the Grizzlies. Not the game, but for the Grizzlies. But over here on the Thunder side, for the team that dominated, and they full all around just a good team. I'm going to start with the bench real quick. Like Aaron Wiggins in 26 minutes gave you 21 points. 21 points. But let's go to the starters. Chet Holmgren gave you 19 and 10 with 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. Jalen Williams gave you 20 on 5 and 6 with 3 steals, 1 block, and only 2 turnovers. Hartenstein gave you 14 points on 8 rebounds and 5 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks. Shea, low scoring game. And I think that's going to be an issue for Shea in the playoffs. He ain't going to be able to foul hunt like he was in the regular season. The refs are going to suck up these whistles. And on 13 shots, he got 15 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. He going to have to play better, but they gave him a plus 28, which is crazy. And then finishing off the starters, you had Lou Dort with 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 1 block on 1 turnover. That's a good game for Lou Dort. 3-and-D kind of guy. Short guy, but a 3-and-D nonetheless. So, yeah, the Grizzlies, y'all got y'all ass whooped. All y'all people sitting around talking about the Lakers getting beat so bad. Lakers didn't get beat that bad. They did not get beat that bad. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. They're trying to kill this man. But we got a lot of Jordan defenders nowadays. Let's keep going on now. Second game, we had the Magic going up against the Celtics, y'all. Magic versus Celtics. Obviously, Pablo Banchero for the Magic was going to be the best player. Ooh, Jordan's ugly as fuck. That's some ugly ass Jordans, y'all. I know some of y'all be like, man, them bitches clean as hell. I'm gonna buy them. I would not wear them hoes. They probably won't charge you $150 for them. But for the Magic, y'all, we had Pablo Banchero with 36 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 turnovers. I'll take that for him. I can't remember if this is his first or second playoff appearance. I think it might be his second. Followed up with Franz Wagner. I don't know why they call it Wagner when it's really Wagner. But Franz Wagner with 23 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 5 turnovers. And that's one thing you can't have with that. But pretty much they were there. They were the scoring for the lead for the starting 5. Wendell Carter Jr. only gave you 4. Contavious Caldwell Pope gave you 6, and Corey Joseph gave you nothing. Gave you nothing on the stat sheet for the points. You're not gonna win a game like that. Nobody else on the team even had over 9 points. That you're not gonna win with 2 players scoring majority of your points, and that's pretty much what happened. But they went up against a superior team, as usual. Jason Tatum was not leading his team to victory because most of the time he doesn't, even though they always say he's the best player on that team. Jason Tatum gave you 17 points, but he did give you 14 motherfucking rebounds. I like to see that shit. I know Charles Barkley like to see that shit too. He's talking about that rebounding, baby. You got to rebound. Jason Tatum 17, 14, and 4, 1 steal, 4 assists, 1 block, 0 turnovers. Good game for him. Even though you got to notch 20, bro. You got to notch 20. You young. LeBron James scored more points than you in this first playoff game. You can't. But you got them 14 rebounds, so I got to give them to you. 14 rebounds. That's saying something. Next, you had Kristaps Porzingis gave you 5. Jrue Holiday gave you 9. Not really known to be a scorer for real. Derek White. That's their sleeper, y'all. And we're going to see if he's going to be their sleeper again. Hopefully, he don't get his teeth broke in the playoffs and got to go get some new fake teeth. But he ended up with 30 points, the leading scorer of the game. 30 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks on 2 turnovers. Decent game for him. And then Jaylen Brown, once again, 2 stars of Boston. 2 stars of Boston. That's why I don't believe in these boys. Because they stars are not giving me 20 a night. I need 20 a night when you're in the playoffs. All that regular season shit, I don't care. That don't count. You got to give me 20 a night. Jaylen ended up with 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 0 blocks, and 1 turnover. So at least they weren't turning the ball over. And the 6th man of the year, Peyton Pritchard, off their bench, gave us a nice little 19 on 6 of 8 shooting. He was efficient. But we're going to move on to the next game. Because, yeah, we knew the Orlando Magic was going to lose that. And y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, we back up in here. Next, we had the number 2 Heat. The number 1 Cavaliers going up against the Heat. And this was actually an interesting game for a little while. Until it wasn't. Until it wasn't. Them ugly ass Nikes again. I bet you could probably put an outfit with those. Somebody could probably put an outfit together. I could probably put an outfit together on that. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't even waste my money, man. Them shit's ugly. But here we go. We got for the Miami Heat, y'all. They fell 100 to 121. Andrew Wiggins got his new home. Got him off my Golden State Warriors team. You know what it is. He dropped 14. Bam Adebayo added in 24, doing his job with 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, 1 block, and only 1 turnover. You gotta like that, but he was a minus 13, which is crazy. Ware only gave you 2. Tyler Hero gave you 21. I keep saying this shit. Tyler Hero ain't gonna lead that team as they score to no championship. He can't do it. I don't even believe he can win you a playoff series. But he had 21, 3 and 2, one steal, no blocks and 3 turnovers. Next you had Alex Burke. I didn't even know Alex Burke was in the starting lineup. Miami just be putting anybody in the goddamn starting lineup around here. But he gave you 6 points. I ain't gonna read his stat line. And this new kid I've been paying attention to, y'all. Y'all need to keep your eye on this guy right here. Davion Mitchell. I'm keeping my eye on this young man right here. He has slowly but surely been showing me a reason that I need to keep my eyes on him. Coming off the bench playing 34 minutes, he got 18 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. I just tell people, keep your eye on him. And Marky said, bro, that Clippers versus Nuggets series has been the most competitive series so far. So far, yeah, I give it to you so far. I will get that to you. So far, they have been. And let's go on down here to the Cavaliers, because this team was picked to win this series anyways, or at least by me. Because I'm surprised he even made it in. I thought it was gonna be somebody else getting up in there. I think I picked somebody else getting in over them. But we had Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley coming in with 9.7 rebounds, 1 assist. That's a bad game for you, Evan. You at least need to be 10 and 10. At the bare minimum, 10 and 10. If I'm your coach, I need 10 and 10 every night. 10 and 10. You play 33 minutes, 10 and 10, boy. Next, Jared Allen, another tall, leaky motherfucker. This is what you're supposed to do. Look at Jared Allen, Mobley. 12 and 11. 12 and 11. That's what I need every night. 12 and 11, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block. Interesting. 2 turnovers. Next up, you had Darius Garland, the guy that needs to understand that you are supposed to be the next Kyrie Irving. Sometimes I say it to people. Sometimes people be looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, dude, his style of play is similar. The only thing is his shot is uglier than Kyrie's. Kyrie got a nice looking shot. Evan Mobley's shot is a little weird. He be holding the ball like this. I be like, bro, I don't know how you shooting out here, but at least it don't look as bad as Tyrese Halliburton's. But he stepped it up in this game. He gave you 27, 3 and 5. I need them assists to get up. You're a point guard. And he gave you 1 steal also. But the leader of the team, as usual, Donovan Mitchell, who I don't believe can lead any team to a playoff championship. Just being honest with you, I just don't believe he can do it by himself or with this squad. He gave you 30, 5 and 4, 4 steals, 0 blocks on 2 turnovers. You can deal with that. And Max Strus, you know, he's just a sniper out there. He a shooter for him. He gave you 9. But the surprise of this game was Ty Jerome, y'all. Ty Jerome. If you watch the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. Ty Jerome dropped 28 points on their head in his first playoff appearance. 10 of 15 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, for a stat line of 28, 5 and 3, 0 steals, 0 blocks, but also 0 turnovers. And that was the deciding factor for the Cavaliers game. He gave you 28. If y'all could have contained that and left all the people on the bench to maybe like 4 or 5 points, you could have won that game, Miami, but you let one guy get off for 28 points. You're not going to win shit like that. But I don't believe Miami was even supposed to be. I didn't pick them to win this. Pick the Cavaliers to win it. So it is what it is. But let's move on. We still on day 2, y'all. Day 2. We got to talk about my boys. Where they at? Where they at? We talking about them Golden State motherfucking Warriors, y'all. That's my squad right there. We talking about my squad. Now, we had the Warriors pulled off an upset win, even though a lot of people claim they picked them. And the Rockets supposed to be underdogs. The Rockets are a higher seed than them. The Warriors came out and beat the Rockets 95-85. Draymond Green came in and did what he normally do. And I ain't gonna knock him on his stat line because Draymond Green, look, he gave you 4, 6, and 3, and 3 and 1 with 2 turnovers. We'll take that from Draymond Green. If you're a Warriors fan, you understand, you know. The rest of y'all, you ain't got to understand it. Next up, Jimmy Butler, our new acquisition. I knew hitman. I knew assassin. He came in and dropped a nice little 25, 7 and 6 with 5 steals, 0 blocks, and only 1 turnover. Good game for Jimmy on 10 and 19 shooting. But you know the guy, that guy who I might put as the GOAT point guard if he ever gets him another chip. And also, he was me in my top 5. He gets him another chip. Made some people ponder on that shit right there. We had my boy Steph Curry drop 31 on 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, but he had 4 turnovers. We got to correct them turnovers. We got to get them assists up. Moses Mobley. Moses Mobley. Moses Moody. I don't know why I keep saying Mobley. I guess from the Cavaliers game. Moody had 7 points. I ain't gonna read his stat line. And then Projinski, a solid 14 points, man. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. We can deal with that. Not worrying about the bench because that wasn't with nothing. But over on the Houston Rockets side, the young squabble up squad. The young squabble up squad, y'all. Them boys be squabbling up. They be squabbling up. They let me get Marcus in here real quick, but let me read this stat line real quick. We had a Seward Thompson, first playoff game, 8 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers. Dylan Brooks with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Well, 2 assists and 1 steal. Shingun was the best player on that team that night. He showed up, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 5 turnovers. Can't deal with that, but he was doing everything for him. Fred VanVleet, you a veteran, only gave you 10 points, y'all, but he did give you 1 rebound. The rebound I don't really count, but the 7 assists helps out, and the one steal. And then Jalen Green, who's supposed to be the best player on this squad, which had a very disappointing night. Very disappointing on 3 for 15 shooting. He gave you 7 points. At least he gave you 8 rebounds, 2 assists. But they got to do a lot better than that. And Jabari Smith coming off the bench gave you 11. What you got, Marcus? What it do? What it do? And not shit, chilling like a villain, man. Trying to go through these things, get them out the way. Because you know we got games on tonight. What was your thoughts on this Dub City game, man? You already know, I'm a Dub City boy. Yeah, I've been hearing that you root for the Warriors too. It's good to hear that we got some allies around here. But what you think about this game?
Go Dub Nation, friendly territory. Yeah, man. I thought the playoffs so far, I think the most competitive playoff series right now, besides the Clippers and the Nuggets, I think it's going to end up being the Knicks and that other opponent they're playing, the Pistons. They'll probably be the most competitive between each other because they'll probably go 6 or 7 games. I think the Warriors will probably win in about, if they keep this up, they'll win in 5. I'll give the Rockets 1 game if this is the case that the Rockets are playing still, because they couldn't shoot worth anything. They could not shoot worth anything. And I'm not too worried because people are kind of like overhyping the Wolves too. And I get it. Anthony Edwards is a dog, and he got Julius Randle on there, ex-Laker and Nick. Mm-hmm. But people got to stop freaking out. If it's 1 game, it's 1 game. It ain't 3 or 4 games.
Keep trying to tell
you gotta wait,
man. It's just 1 damn game.
Yeah, because we had a good game, and I think right now what the Warriors did good was they exposed how good of how lack of a defense in a way the Rockets are and how inexperienced, and that it showed the strength of the Warriors that they have actually a good defense when they actually lock down. And they're resilient. So they gotta, and they didn't play Kuminga either. They didn't play him.
Yeah,
they didn't play him.
He in the doghouse right now, and I hate it for him, and I know he hated too. But he in the doghouse for whatever reason, because we need him to be the next thing coming around to help out Steph. But even without him, got a 10-point win. That's
and that's the thing too, because I think part of the issue that I heard that I was looking into was the fact that the contract he didn't sign in October. He wanted to get $35 million. They were offering $30 million. He didn't sign it. So that's maybe part of. I don't know what else is going on, but other than that, man, I mean, I think I thought the Magic were gonna do a little bit better.
Yeah,
the Magic were gonna do a little bit better. They're gonna fight, and then because Banchero, like Paulo Banchero, like he's a dog, and then I can't remember the other guy on that team. I know
trying to say it the Spanish way. Why you trying to say it the Spanish way? Say it the American way.
Okay, Bancherios, whatever. Because I see the dogs in that team too. It's just that the Boston, they're just so more experienced and they actually have more of an arsenal of weapons on their team. And you got Pritchard, who just won a 6-man, and you got Jason Tatum. And then you got Brown, and you got everybody else who's on that squad. That's the dog. Horford, I still root for the old man Horford.
Holding on, man. He holding on.
He holding on, man. He's trying to.
Yeah.
And then, the East, I mean, as much as I like watching the Knicks sometimes because they're entertaining because they got Jalen Brunson and they got they got I can't remember the guy's name on the team. I'm trying to blank right now, but
Jalen Brunson and Anthony
yeah.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, I like Cat too. It's just that he gets a lot of hate, and I get it. Like he had a bad, terrible game. Like yesterday, he didn't do his job. I think for the role he's supposed to do.
Look. That's why I didn't have a problem with the trade when they traded Julius Randle and them for him. I was like, look, man, I'm taking the Timberwolves to win this trade because Cat disappeared in the playoffs a lot. I understand his skill set. I understand we all look at Cat and look at the versatility of what he can do at his size.
Yeah,
He's a 7-footer that can put it on the ground a little bit. He can shoot the shot, but he disappeared in these moments. I've been noticing that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, because I know he has the skill set to be able to do it. It's just that some people just, when it comes to the playoffs, it's a different player caliber, and he can change that if he tunes it up against these Pistons, because the Pistons aren't, on paper, they actually, this is the best year Cade Cunningham on the Pistons they've had so far. The stats say it themselves. He's averaging nearly a double-double and tied 26 points, almost 10 rebounds or assists a game, I think, or something like that. And so he's having a career year, and I'm not mad at Cade Cunningham. The Pistons were smart to get him. It's just that the Pistons franchise, they kind of struggle with who they keep around, who they shuffle around, and try to structure as a team instead of just structuring around one player, Yeah,
they've been rebuilding for a long time. Ever since Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Wallace State's son, Prince, and all. They've been rebuilding since then. And honestly, I'm actually proud of Cade. And that's one thing I'm gonna say, because we just covered all the first games. We're gonna get into the game twos, but I'm proud of him, man, because he's shown improvement. It was not as fast as I think some people wanted to see him take this next step, but you see that it takes him getting other people around him. You can't get out here and do it by yourself, and slowly but surely they're getting better. I still don't got them winning this series, but they're improving. They're going to be a problem in the East for some people in a couple of years.
Yeah. And then also the Cavs. The Cavs. I'm gonna say F the Cavs all year round. Yeah. But I like Donovan Mitchell ever since he was over there in Utah. So I root for Donovan too, because he's a dog. He's not always the best guy in the playoffs. Sometimes he'll get to the second round. Maybe I don't know if he's ever gone to the third round, but I don't think so. Yeah.
Second round's the most.
Yeah. So who knows? I think this year the Cavs and the Boston Celtics will meet in the Eastern Conference Finals, in my opinion. But then again, there have been times where Donovan Mitchell has been a part of a first seeded team and they've gotten bounced in the second round. So we'll see what happens there. Darius Garland, I don't think he's played with a guy like athleticism as Garland before on a team. I don't think he has, even in the Utah days. So maybe this can change, and I hope he does better. And Garland too is a dog, and I can't remember the third guy on their team that's really skilled too. That they got some boys out there, they got some dogs out there. So everybody's picking the Boston Celtics overall in the East to go. So we'll see what happens.
It's the safest pick. It's the safest pick right now to make, because I think a lot of people they're like me. I just don't see. And I'm not saying the Cavaliers don't have a good team. For all y'all in Cleveland, that's Cavalier fans, or anybody anywhere else that's a Cavalier fan. I'm not saying that y'all don't have a good team. I just don't believe in your leader. I don't believe in him to get you over the hilltop. Am I saying he sucks? Hell no. He's one of the best players in the league. But I just don't believe with this squad right now, in him leading your leader, that he can get you there, and that's Donovan Mitchell. But y'all have a really good team, man. Y'all do have a good team.
Yeah, and the Boston Celtics did struggle playing against the Cavs at times this season. So if they were to play in the Eastern Conference Finals, if they make it that far, it'll probably go 6 or 7 games, in my opinion, that series, if they meet up.
I think it'll be a good matchup, because those teams are deep. Like you said with the Boston Celtics, they're a deep team. They can go 7 to 8 players on their bench. They can go 7, 8 deep. Cavaliers 7 or 8 deep too, so y'all can match up. And you got Swiss Army knights like Derek White's on the team. You got motherfuckers like coming off the bench for the Cavaliers. It'll be look. I wouldn't be disappointed with that matchup in the Eastern Conference Finals. And as of right now, it's looking very likely like that could happen, because I don't believe in the Knicks. I don't believe in them Knicks at all. Well, look, we got to talk about the second game twos. Because we only got fucking pretty much 2 or 3 games to talk about now since we games are being played tonight. But here you go. We had the Pistons, y'all, and I'm gonna ask your opinion on both of these games right here, Marcus. We had the Pistons, y'all. Got a dub on the Knicks last night. Got a dub on them. Beat them 100-94 to tie the series up. Stole one on the road. And Tobias Harris came in with 15 points, 13 rebounds. My bad, 13, 15 and 13. 1 assist, 1 steal, 0 blocks, only 1 turnover. Ashur Thompson, second playoff game, 5 points. He a rookie. He's really out there for defense, so I ain't gonna knock him. Tim Hardaway Jr., unacceptable, 0 points. I don't know what the fuck you doing, boy. During their big man, he gave you a double-double night, 12 and 13, a great improvement from the night before. 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, only 2 turnovers. But Cade Cunningham stepped his game up. After 1 game in the playoffs, he stepped it up, y'all. Even more than what he already did. 33 points, y'all, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 0 blocks. But them 5 turnovers, he got to correct them turnovers. You can't have them turnovers when you got the ball in your hand, but he got the ball in his hand a lot. And then coming off the bench, you had Dennis Schroeder. Forgot he was even on the goddamn team. He landed in another 20 points, which actually probably helped out a lot. But to the New York Knicks, you had Mikal Bridges give you 19, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, no blocks, no assists. And Anunoby had a bad game, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, no blocks, 2 turnovers. Karl Anthony Towns, this is the shit I'm talking about. You can't be disappearing. You that goddamn big, and you literally should be, out of this game, you should be the second best player on the court. The Knicks should have the best 2 players on the court. Karl Anthony Towns could not give you no 10 points, no 6 rebounds, no assists, no steals, 1 block. But he didn't have a turnover, which is good. He didn't have a turnover. Jalen Brunson out here carrying the load by himself as usual, 37 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. But them 6 turnovers, it's unacceptable, but he's carrying the team by himself pretty much. And Josh Hart gave you 10, 7 and 5 with 1 steal, 1 turnover. And then, yeah, that was it. So give me your thoughts on this game, because they did come back and tie the series up. It's 1-1 now.
Yeah, well, Jalen Brunson is going to be the Jalen Brunson of that team. He's always going to be that guy that carries them as far as points and efficiency and stuff. He definitely has to cut those turnovers in half too. Because
even if he got you on screen, my bad, man.
You're good. All he needs to do is cut those turnovers in half. Instead of having 6, have 2 or 3. Because you can live with that. In a full game, especially if you're carrying the load of the offense too in your team. And he's a small guy, so you can't expect him to do much on defense because he's small. But he picks up for it on offense. So, Karl Anthony Towns, you can't just do 10 points, bro. You got to do at least 20 or plus. 20 plus, at least 22, 23 points. Hey, you did your part. And then you just do the rebounding and then defense. Do points, rebounds, and defense. And if you get an assist here or there, cool. But at least on the defensive side, cover that spread. And you'll help them out. You have to be the leader on the defensive side at least.
Yeah, if your shot ain't falling, man, you gotta do something else. I know he'll score, and this is the problem that I had with him. And I was trying to tell people, and I know, look, they could turn this thing around. He could turn into the juggernaut because he had a really good season this year. I'm not gonna deny that Cat didn't have a really good season. He really almost, in my honest opinion, probably had a career season with the Knicks this year compared to the years that he had in Minnesota. But yeah, these are the moments that make you into the player that people talk about. You can be the greatest regular season player of all time. Ain't nobody gonna give you no fucking credit if you get into the playoffs and disappear. James Harden, think about how they talk about him.
Yeah.
Think about how they talk about that dude. And I'll say it. James Harden was the greatest scorer of basketball I've ever seen in my life during the regular season.
Besides Curry?
I think James Harden, I love Curry to death. It's a lot of things that I love about Curry, but I ain't gonna give Curry that. James Harden had motherfuckers guarding him on his left and his right. They wouldn't even stay in front of him. They wanted him to drive straight to the defense. You never seen nobody. Dude, when I see motherfuckers guarding this dude with their hands behind their back, that was it. Them Houston Rocket years, that was, dude, that you gotta admit, Marcus, just go back and look at that shit.
Yeah, back to like 2014 and after, like that 2014 to 2019, 2020. Yeah, Harden was tearing it up. Even 2013, maybe like you go back to those years.
They were the only team that could have beat my Warriors team. With
But they did it.
Yeah, they didn't. Thank God they didn't. Thank God Chris Paul had a hammy injury because I was worried in that series. That was the only
Yeah,
team
for
that I
sure,
thought.
for sure.
That was the only team that I thought could challenge.
That was the
like,
honestly genuine team that would have beat us with having all their players healthy and all that shit in our side. Like, oh shit, it's different.
Yep. And I'm like, man, look, man, I thank you. I was like, whoever came out of that series is gonna win the championship. And luckily we were the ones who came out of that series.
Did you already talk about the Western Conference games earlier?
Yeah, we talked about a few of them. And check it. Let me cover this last game, and then we can actually get some breakdown because the games are currently going on right now. I'm not gonna cover those until next Tuesday, anyways. I will show what the score is right now, but I ain't gonna cover them. We do got the Clippers that played yesterday going up against the Denver Nuggets again. This series did get tied again, y'all. We got another tie in the playoffs, and like Marcus said, it's probably the most competitive, if not actually it is the most competitive matchup that we got going on right now. Game 2, Kawhi Leonard, he was out there shooting that thing, y'all. He was out there shooting that thing very well. He went 15-19 from the field, 4-7 from goddamn 3, 5-5 from the free throw line for 39 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and only 1 turnover. That's what a veteran's supposed to do in a playoff game. The boy dropped nearly 40 on their head, and they needed that shit because if you look at the score, they needed every point he gave them. Zubac pitched in 16 and 12. Harden gave you 18, 7, 1, and 2. The 4 turnovers, got to work on that. Norman Powell is always contributing, giving you some buckets and shit. He gave you 13. And then Chris Dunn, I'm still surprised he's in the starting lineup. He gave you 5. But then going down here to Denver, yeah, Aaron Gordon giving you 14, 6, 1, and 1 turnover. Michael Porter had a better game, but at least scoring-wise, he gave you 15 with 15 rebounds, which is better than at least he decided to do something else. I guess once he made a couple shots, he decided to play a little bit more basketball outside of just shooting the damn ball. Jokic, another triple-double, trying to carry this team, 26, 12, and 10, 3 steals, 7 turnovers, but he got the ball in his hand a lot, so I'm not going to knock him for that. I'm really not going to knock too many players that had the ball in their hand that much, but he still needs to cut down on that like we said about Jalen Brunson and the rest of them. You got to cut down on the turnovers because all that does is hinder your team. And then Jamal Murray showed up a little bit, gave you 23 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 4 turnovers. You can't turn the ball over, motherfucker. You need to get that right. And Bron gave you 5. He had a down game, but Russell Westbrook again off the bench, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 turnovers. All right. Now, give me your thoughts on this one real quick, and then we're going to talk about overall what we think about these playoffs so far in these matchups.
Yeah, I thought this game was like down to the wire, one of the best games I've seen in playoff in a while. And, like I said, I called it from the beginning, this was going to go at least 6 games and not 7. And to be honest, the Clippers should have been up 2-0 by now, but they blew it that first game, game 1, and Russell Westbrook made a clutch play at the end in the first game. That's what cost them to. And, both games have been decided by one single bucket. Jokic is doing his thing. Jamal Murray was making his shots. Russell was actually making his shots too. And then Gordon was trying to be active. On the other side, Harden and Kawhi. Kawhi showed up. Vintage Kawhi. It's just that with Kawhi, I'm not going to give him too much praise like everybody else is because it's a shout out to him. I'm not hating on him. I like when Kawhi shows up as the Claw, the cyborg type thing. But we also know his consistencies, and he always load managing and doing all this and that, or he might do really good this game, but who knows next game. So, who else? James Harden. It's James Harden. Like, he's going to do his thing. So, Zubac was trying to get active too. And, I can't remember who else was on the team that was trying to get active. It's like a 4th player. But either way, it's going to be a close game. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And the sad part is these 2 games, the Monday night games, Pistons, Knicks, Clippers, Nuggets, those are the 1-1 games. So y'all know we at least getting 5. We getting a total of 5 games out of each one of these series. And these actually probably are the 2 most competitive series right now. I don't know what's going to happen with my secondary team, the Bucks and the Pacers. I'm hoping that they turn that shit around. But we'll take a quick little glimpse and see what they're doing right now. Look like they about to get their ass whooped and go down 0-2. That's what it's looking like to me. They down by fucking 13 points right now with 5 minutes left. They better go on a goddamn run. They better figure something out, or they're gonna be going to the house. And it looked like the Grizzlies are about to go down 0-2, also to the Thunder. But overall, right now in these playoffs, I think me and Marcus are in agreement. I don't know if anybody else disagrees, but yeah, these last two teams, the Knicks Pistons matchup and the Clippers Nuggets matchup, seem to be the most competitive. But give me a series that you wanted to talk about, Marcus. Which one you got? Look at this playoff bracket. Let me see this playoff bracket. Yeah, let's see this playoff bracket right here. I know y'all probably can't see it that well. I ain't finna make it too big because then I ain't finna say that, but that's what she said. When the Warriors play? They play tomorrow. Yeah, the Warriors play tomorrow. Lakers play tonight, y'all. So we will get to see what the hell they got going on. What the hell they got going on and how this is gonna play out. Who else play? They on the 23rd. They play tomorrow. Boston Magic. I ain't really watching that shit. I ain't really paying attention to that series. Shout out to Paolo Banchero though. Shout out to Paolo Banchero. I'm being dead serious. Putting up those numbers on that team. He a good player. And now all they need to do is just either the players just need to mature a little bit more on that squad. They got Cole Anthony, you got Jalen Suggs, you got Wagner. They shouldn't have never left Mo Bamba lead his goddamn team. I mean, not Mo Bamba, but Bobo. Shouldn't have let Bobo lead the team. I don't know what the hell they were doing with that one. That could have been their freak athlete. I think they're going to be like, they on the path or on a trajectory, or at least they need to be on that, of what the Pistons are on. They just get better and better and better. Not be in the play-in. Extend yourself into a top 6 team in the East and try to make a push, man. Because Paolo, I believe in Paolo can, if he can figure it out, he can lead a team somewhere. He can lead a team somewhere. But we got to talk about the controversy, y'all, outside of these games, man. Is GOAT motherfucking James done? Is he done, y'all? Is he done? And the reason I asked that question, because we had a lot of commentators, especially on the YouTube, that said he's done. Marcus, you still there? Because if you there, I want to know your opinion. Is GOAT James done?
Your GOAT James, GOAT B. I think GOAT James. I think he has 1 or 2 more years left.
So you think he can play till, if he's 40 right now, you think he can play all the way to 42?
If he wants to. If not, at least 1 more year because of what he showed this year.
I'm not mad at that. Because if he played 2 more years, he could play with his other son.
Probably. And I heard his son is better than Bronny.
Oh yeah, man! It's always the second born that's better than the first. Don't tell too many people that, because they get a little irritated and they get mad about that. But when it comes to the sports shit, it seems to be the second son is always better than the first son, and most likely that's because he gets to watch and experience all the success and the failures of the older brother and also the father, so he has an ability to learn better from those people's mistakes.
Yeah,
but that's just my opinion. Some people be like, "Oh, you fucking hating. You trying to say that about yourself?" And I'm like, bitch, I ain't trying to say about myself. I'm just saying, I just let you know, man. Usually people learn better from, well, at least my grandfather used to tell me all the time, the best experience to get is the experience from learning from other people.
I was going to say this too before you moved on, because I want to get my take on the Western Conference. On the Western Conference, I think no offense to the East, but the best matchups are in the West right now. In my opinion, the more competitive ones, to be honest. And that's no shade to the guys on the East, but literally every bracket matchup there. Bruh, I'm telling you.
Hear that. Oh, look, Marcus, don't feel no type of way. Don't feel no type of way about none of that shit. All them sensitive ass folks, we know the West is more competitive than the East. Everybody, if you know basketball, you know that the West is more competitive. You had about 5-6 teams between 4 and fucking 10 separated by less than 5 games.
Yep. Not to mention that the East had like 3 teams almost with losing records in the playoffs and in the 6 through 8.
Yeah, you had a team. I think you had one of the teams get in with a 500 record.
And
Don't quote me on that, y'all.
no, there were teams that had less than 500 record and they got in on the East.
That's like your Tom Brady team that made the playoffs with a losing record.
What?
Yeah, look, don't act like I ain't.
Yeah, all right, dog. I'm gonna let that shit slide, but don't let that shit happen again. Yeah. Anyways, go Ravens. But hey man, hey, no, not to mention, shout out to your Chiefs, man. Anyways, yeah, man. I just think that the because think about it, the matchup of the Thunder and the Grizzlies. You got John Morant, who's always entertaining. He's very explosive, and then you got Bane and them on that team, and then you got on the Thunder, you clearly have Dort, and you got like Shea, you got all the other cats there, Caruso. Yeah, Chet Homer. I didn't think he would do that good in the league because I thought he was so small and scrawny. I thought he was gonna get I thought he was gonna get taken out like by like the big centers and stuff and the power forwards and stuff that are more brutish than him. But he's doing it. He does the number one seed.
You know what my thing is? My thing with Chet Homer, the funniest thing about him, that one thing I'm surprised about, because I didn't think he would have a problem like lasting in the league. I'm just surprised that he's playing his game from the paint out. Instead of, I thought he was gonna be more of a he knew he was small. He wasn't gonna really.
So he's going to shoot outside.
Yeah, he actually he's staying inside. He'll slide out every now and then, but he primarily plays from the paint out. And I'm like, that's what really surprised me about him.
Who do you think he imitates his game style from?
Man, from watching him, I'm not saying he is good as this person. I'm not saying he'll ever be as good as this person at this person's peak. But he really does remind me of a little Bill Walton. I'm just being
I can see that.
I'm just going old school. I just went old school because I didn't want to compare him to the new player. But he kind of remind me that, not the dominance. Because I said this shit the other day like Miles Turner. And I got argued down that this ain't true. I'm just talking about similar style of how they play. Miles Turner reminds me of a Boogie Cousins. Shit game kind of, because Bill could step out and shoot a little bit. He wasn't like going all the way to the three and shit, but he could shoot that thing. That orange ass head with that headband on. A lot of people don't even remember Bill Walton. Bill Walton got ruined by injuries. And when I started seeing Chet play every now and then and didn't get hurt, I was like, oh, bro, he about to have a Bill Walton career. That motherfucker ain't, he about to just be hurt for his whole career pretty much. But that surprised me about this game.
Yeah, and then you got the Warriors and the Rockets, and I think that'll be done in 5 or 6 games, in my opinion. I'm just giving 6 just to give some grace to the Rockets if they bounce somewhat back, because Fred VanVleet, who was supposed to be the more veteran player, they're winning a chip with the Raptors. Still F the Raptors for that, but
that's a phony chip.
Yeah, we were beaten and damaged and injured. So hey, when you have 3 of your 4 starters out, hey, whatever.
You should fucking win.
Shit, you should fucking win. Yeah. Fred VanVleet had a horrible game. I think he only had 11, 12 points. I think in that game, he shot 3. He shot 2 of 12 or 3 of 12 from 3. So yeah, I just the Warriors. Jimmy Butler is the X factor. If he plays the way Jimmy Butler plays, like how he did along with Steph, and if Pacensky and other guy on the team, I'm drawing a blank right now.
What team you talking about again?
For the Warriors,
Pacensky, Moses Moody.
Moody, there you go, Moody. Yeah, Moody, he did his thing too. There's things where you don't have to have the flashiest numbers. But it's those numbers kind of how Draymond Green would get in his prime. He did this or that. He did 8, 6, and 7 or something like that.
They help out. They help out. We need those. Yeah, he gave 7 points in 28 minutes, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He was a plus 6. He was a plus 6, and we needed that.
So yeah, I just thought that was very crucial for and the turnovers. We didn't have as many turnovers as we thought.
I think it was a total of 11 turnovers compared to their 16.
Yeah, so we can get those turnovers down a bit, maybe to 5 or 6, hopefully. Total team, that's tough, but it's doable. And then just like the spread, man. Just do your job, do your role.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler has to just show up. Just show up, Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry. Don't get hurt. Anybody get hurt because that's the only thing that's going to cost us from getting far is the injuries. That's it. To be honest, the way we look at how we play this first game, and just keep that same strategy. And then the Lakers and the Timberwolves. They I'm gonna give that maybe a 6-game series, and that'll go either way because we don't know if the Lakers have done this before where they lose the first game, and then they feel out the team because people when they do this strategize is they feel out the team first. They see where they're at. The thing that people were criticizing the Lakers for was that they were very sluggish. They weren't getting back on defense and stuff like that. So that could be corrected though. That could be corrected.
Yeah, that's effort right there, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just effort. Just wake up, maybe drink an energy drink. We're not nutritionists here. We're not giving any nutritional advice, but we're just saying, get some coffee. It'll make you feel better.
Up, man. Take a gummy or something. I don't know what you need to do. Do it.
Whatever you got to do. More protein bowls or something. But but just do that. I'm thinking that this is going to go a good 6 games. Just because I know Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle and them, they'll show out.
The Lakers, right? You say you're taking the Lakers in this one, right?
Originally, yeah, I have the Lakers. Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with it for now.
Okay, Lakers in 6. You got the same pick. I got Lakers in 6. I wouldn't be surprised if it went 7, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Timberwolves won in 7. But I'm taking Lakers in 6.
Yeah, I'm either. If they make it to 7, I don't think the Timberwolves got it.
Turn it on. Yeah, LeBron gonna look. I'm hoping that he does what I think he should. I was having a conversation with my coworker about this today, and he know a little basketball. You ain't seen him on the show, rolling shit. But I say this is one of them games where LeBron. I understand that you got a growing injury still. I get it, and a lot of people acting like they just don't know that man still hurt. He hurt right now.
Anybody that knows a groin injury, that shit hurts, man.
Yeah, that shit is nagging like a motherfucker, man.
And to be honest, the best thing for LeBron is to not force it. Like, if you want to be able to last long in the playoffs, don't over stress it and force it. That means you can't rush all the time back on defense. Yep. I get it. Chill for a play or two.
And I think that's what he did game 1. I say tonight when they play, and this is just me. If I was LeBron, but I'm thinking about the moment. He might be thinking about the future. I'll say, look, man, at halftime, play like you played last game. Pick your spots. Don't overexert yourself. But by halftime, if y'all down by any significant amount, fuck that goddamn growing. Go get this win. Go get this win, and motherfucking you can rest. But you don't want to go back to Minnesota being down 2. No, I don't think any team wants to go back being down 2, and that's the fucked up shit because Minnesota already stole one on the road, so they have home court advantage right now. Do not let these little young motherfuckers come in here and get 0-2. You already know it's gonna go to their head. They're gonna be hyped, and it's gonna be a problem. So he might have to, even if it's not at halftime, even if it's in the third after the third quarter's over with, the fourth quarter, motherfucker, I need 20 from you, and I know he can get it. We know he can get it. But they have to win this game. They cannot. This is a must win for the Lakers tonight.
Yeah, I think this game, the second game 2, is going to be a close game. I think it'll be a close game, and I think the Lakers can grind it out. Maybe win by 6 or 7, maybe 8, and then they'll win.
Hey, look, I'll take that win. Because y'all know, look, if y'all don't know, especially if y'all didn't look at the playoff bracket and shit, if the Lakers get past this first round and the Warriors get past the first round, we got a rematch of Curry and LeBron in the playoffs, y'all.
Yep.
And y'all know how good all them old ones used to be. I got so scared going up against the Cavaliers all them goddamn years, and people be like, man, what are you better than them? Yeah, but you clearly can recognize who the best player on the goddamn court was. He was scary. LeBron James was scary, man. But I'm pulling for the Lakers, man. We got Big Back. He said, let's go Pistons. That's his squad right there. We already talked about your team, man. You got here late. Just showed up on time. We could have been talking about your team a little bit more. But this is going to be an interesting series right here. And for all the people, I do want to say this. because, Marcus, I think you might agree with me. People need to stop freaking the fuck out after one goddamn game. Stop doing that shit. Please stop. It's just one game. Marcus said it earlier. Teams come in, they play the first game, they take their punches, they go back to the drawing board and eradicate or try to alleviate some of the issues that they had before. And then they come in, like, dude, how many teams we done seen lose game one and come back and beat the team in the next 4 games?
Plenty of times.
Last year was a prime example of teams going up. Man, we had games where one team got blown out one game, and then the next game they got blown out, and then the next game these motherfuckers got blown out. And it was just flip-flop. Like, stop freaking out over one fucking game. People need to stop doing that shit. Because I know a lot of people say that same shit, especially speaking to Big Back, his squad, the Pistons. I was watching some of my New York Knicks fans. I see them posting some shit. I'm like, dude, y'all won one game. And that's why I don't like Knicks fans, man. Y'all motherfucker win one game. Y'all act like y'all don't want a championship. It's just guaranteed to you. And I'm like, bro, that's one game. And look what happened to your squad in game 2. Look what happened to your squad. Got your ass whooped. It's just one game, y'all. Let these teams play it out. Let these teams figure it out. And we talk about the results. We don't need to predict what the fuck we think gonna happen most of the time. Well, some of y'all don't need to be trying to predict because y'all don't know what the fuck y'all be predicting, bro. I ain't gonna bullshit. I see a lot of folks that be talking about sports and don't know a goddamn thing about it when I hear them talking about it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bucks, man, they made a comeback and they lost the comeback, man. Fuck. Bucks going down. CJ gonna be mad, Marcus. CJ probably watching this shit right now, pissed off.
Well, to be honest, I'm gonna say this right now, maybe controversial, but I just don't get hyped for that matchup. I don't know what it is. I'm not a real big fan of the Pacers. I don't really care about Tyrese Halliburton. This ain't no light skin slander. It's just, I just don't. I don't know. There's just something that. But I'm not. I don't know what it is. I just don't get excited for those two matches. I don't know what it is about the Bucks lately, man. Like and I'm a big Lillard fan too. I like Lillard. Giannis is just a genetic freak. Like he's built to play. But there's something that I just don't get. And maybe if it was more, maybe the Bucks were more efficient and they were more consistent, then maybe I could say I could get into it a little bit more. But that's the only reason why I'm hanging on to the Bucks is because it's more because of Damian Lillard that I'm rooting for than it is for Giannis at this moment. Because Giannis already got a chip. I'm rooting for Lillard to get a chip, hopefully, sometime.
Yep. I can see that. Look, man, don't feel no type of way about that because this was probably the most in sad part. We got series, y'all, in the playoffs right now in the first round that I would say would be way less competitive than the Bucks in Indiana. But when I think of Bucks, Indiana, I think of the most boring series for the first round. Like, straight up. I didn't want to see this matchup. I didn't want to see it, and the Pacers done went up 2-0. They done went up 2-0. They done secured that second win, but we'll talk about that next week. It's just a boring matchup. Dame wasn't there for game 1. He's been hurt. He just came back tonight for his first game, so it's going to take time. But the Pacers don't interest me at all. I'm not saying they're not a good team. I'm not saying Tyrese Halliburton is a bad player. They're pretty much like a discount Boston Celtics. And I'm talking about a super discounted. That shit like fucking 50% off. That's what I think about the Pacers.
Yeah, facts.
It's just not an appeasing thing to see, man, to be honest with you. But
I don't see them making it past the second round, to be honest, the Pacers.
Oh, hell no. If they win this series, they ain't going nowhere after that. I would love for them to play the Knicks so they can just both irritate each other.
Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't mind the Knicks booting them out if the Knicks win the series, though. I just want to see them get booted out, man, because I don't really care for that team. And, listen, I'm not I think the only player that I don't mind watching on the Pacers team is actually Pascal Siakam. Other than Pascal Siakam, I don't know who else is on there that besides Halliburton. I mean, Miles Turner, is he still a Pacer?
Hey, he's still a Pacer.
Yeah, this is the only reason why maybe I'll root for those individual players is because Miles Turner's on there and because Siakam.
Yeah, I like Miles. I don't know what your like of Pascal is. I don't dislike Pascal.
I There's something gritty about him. There's some the grittiness that I respect, and he's not afraid to get down in the paint.
Yeah, he got that African game.
Yeah, so maybe that little Ibaka, like post Ibaka era.
He like a more athletic, more mobile Ibaka.
Yeah,
I like that.
So that's why I don't mind, rooting, if he gets on the Warriors, I could see us using Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner.
Don't talk that into existence. We don't want him. Mm-mm.
Hey, if Miles Turner goes to the Warriors, I wouldn't mind him either.
I have to live with it. I'll just have to live with it like some of these other trades they done made.
That's what frustrates me about the Warriors organization is why are you so afraid to get bigs? That frustrates me.
Well, look, I wouldn't get him. I wouldn't consider him. What does he play? Power forward, small forward?
Who, Pascal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more leaning towards Miles though. Like if we get Miles, that's the more
Miles Turner. Oh hell yeah, I love getting Miles Turner. I thought you said Pascal.
Pascal too. If he's added along with that trade, then I'll take Pascal with him and then make him useful as a 4.
Well, we can get both of them. Look, Kaminga, I tell you, bye. And y'all could possibly take Bajinski too. I might give him away too. Preferably, I try to give you Moody though. Moody. But yeah, I get that up for those two. Because I know I'm getting Miles. I like Miles' game. I like a 3 and big. I put it like that, a 3 and big.
Because if you notice, Looney's not playing much.
Nah, Looney, and then the other kid, the other light-skinned kid, I forget his name. He was supposed to be the starting center. They got that one white kid up in there now.
Yeah, the rookie, right?
Yeah, I've been seeing him a lot.
Was something post or something like that?
Yeah, shit. I'll look his goddamn name up. But look, that's a prime example, y'all, of a motherfucking effort and defense will get your ass in a starting lineup in the NBA.
And he's a rookie.
It ain't all about just goddamn scoring and shit. But the dude wasn't starting, but he been getting a lot of playing time. Yeah, Quentin Post. I think that's
that's his name. Yeah, I think so.
All right, Quentin Post. Yeah, he been getting some alien sightings out here on his basketball games, bro. I'm like, damn, what you doing out there? Well, fucking because Trey Jackson Davis didn't even play. Fucking Kevin Knox. That's funny that we even picked him up. He ain't played. Kaminga, that's the most interesting that didn't play. And yeah, Kevon Looney only got 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Shit, they gave Santos 7 minutes. That's crazy. Gary Payton Jr. needs some more playing time, though. He needs some more playing time. Yeah, GP3 or GP2, he needs some more playing time.
Yeah, all those guys you mentioned, like GP3, the Jackson, Tavares Jackson, like all those guys, like they need to play more. They have to, because you're just wasting bodies, you're wasting energy, and you're wasting like what they can do for the team too. Because when Gary Payton comes in, it's like a whole other chemistry and dynamic that you can add when you put GP2 in there. And he's a baller. He's not afraid to get down the paint. He's not afraid to get rough and all that kind of stuff. Pause, right? But so he's a dog too. It's just that people need to utilize their players more on the team, and that's just the Warriors sometimes. I don't know if I gotta yell to the team you're throwing.
We gotta yell at Steve Kerr. We gotta cuss his ass out. Like, what the fuck you doing, bro? Get them boys some time. See, Big Back said Knicks fans was talking crazy, and they only won the first game because we kept turning the ball over. Hey, call it how you see it, Rob. Look, I told you, I like, and that's why I tried to call you. You didn't pick up the motherfucking phone. Try to call you before the series started. I'm talking about, look, bro, I'm actually really pulling for y'all. I just don't think y'all gonna win the series, but I'm really pulling for y'all because my dislike of the Knicks, I don't know if y'all know, this shit is strong. Shit is strong, bruh. I don't like the Knicks. I don't like New York fans, man.
Bro, all those like Knicks and Celtics, or Celtics and Pistons, or Knicks and Pistons, like all those games, they're like someone's gonna get shot or slapped.
Like, for real, man. It might be a homicide after the goddamn game, man.
Hopefully not. No, hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not. I just don't understand it about Knicks fans. Every year is there. Look, they sound like Cowboy fans when it comes to football.
Yep.
Every year is their year. And I'm like, bro, y'all not winning a motherfucking thing. Stop saying that shit, man.
Couldn't even win with Patrick Ewing in there.
You could win with Melo in that team, with Chandler Tice. had the #1 record in the East.
Bro, they
was
had
talking
Amari
all that shit.
Stoudemire,
Bruh.
Tyson Chandler, J.R. Smith when J.R. was still like on his
Yeah, he was
prime.
good, yeah. 360 windmill off an
Bro.
alley underneath the basketball goal. I'm
And you
like,
had Linsanity at some point. You had Linsanity.
Lynn got in there and they were mad at Lynn. They were hyping him up like he was next coming to Jesus. He back in town.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, every
That's a
time
fact.
I see that shit, man, I be like, y'all overhype y'all team so much. And they could have good teams, but they don't have reasonable projections of their squad. Like if their squad exceeds it, I don't think a lot of people know that shit. When you know your team ain't, well, when you can really evaluate your squad, it's better for you not to overhype them, because if they overachieve the baseline of what they should achieve, you got more shit. You got more bragging rights, motherfucker. You got more to say. Like you got a team that's coming out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, man, we just trying to do what we got to do every day. We just trying to get it. And y'all motherfuckers end up winning the whole thing. When you got all these other motherfuckers like, it's going to be them, it's going to be them, it's going to be them. And y'all come through the mud. Bro, you got more ground to stand on. But when you sit around talking and bragging, I be trying to tell you, stop bragging so much about a team that at first off ain't projected to goddamn do a damn thing. But when y'all don't do nothing, they be the first ones to get mad when you tell them about it. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't like Knicks fans, man. I don't like Knicks fans. To be honest with you.
Not
Like,
just that, it's always like a smart thing for me, at least, is to have your playoff team be under the radar. That way,
yeah.
not all attention's not on them; it's on everybody else, and that way you can sneak up and like knock this one out, knock that one out.
And look, that's what the Warriors did when they won their first chip. Because the year before they got put out by the Spurs, they were slowly getting better and better and better. They fired Mark Jackson. They hired Steve Kerr, which I still don't fucking agree with. Bring Mark Jackson back, but he ain't gonna never come back because he blackballed out of the league. That very next year, it was like, man, these boys are primed to win. They primed to win, man. Just let that shit start developing, man. Just sit there and be patient with it. There's other people that's gonna win in front of you and shit, but be patient with it. But Knicks fans, man, these New York motherfuckers, bro, they swear they gonna win every goddamn thing. And it's that New York media, man, because it's a big media hub. But like, bro, stop it. I hear Stephen A. Smith talk about the Knicks. I'm like, bro, if you don't shut the fuck up, your team ain't win. Bet $1,000, nigga. That's why I be wanting to tell them. Bet $1,000. I would love it. I would love if the Detroit Pistons beat the Knicks. I still got the Knicks winning, but I would love to see them take that serious, man. I love to see the Pistons take it, just to make a whole bunch of New York Knicks fans mad. But we did give a shout out to Cade Cunningham. Shout out to Cade, bro. Like, great improvement on this season. Like, it took him a little while, in my honest opinion. Not too long, but it took him a little while, about 4-5 years to get it right. And they got the players around him to help him out. They got a squad. I really believe that you got a squad.
And they got Scrotum on there. They got Dennis Scrotum.
Damn. Hey, and they need to be happy because we gave him to y'all, man. We gave him to y'all. He was on our squad. We said we ain't need him. We ain't need him. We'll take Jimmy. The teams I'm hoping that win this shit, man. I hope, obviously, Golden State. I'm ready to see what they do tomorrow in their matchup. If they can get 2 of these things on these boys, still 2 of them on the road, I'm not sure Ime can get these young boys to come back from that mental scarring, because Golden State got vets. They got vets. Jimmy know how to play. Curry damn sure know how to play. Draymond gonna do what he's supposed to do. I just hope he keep it under control as usual. Keep it under control, motherfucker. And we got some young help. Hopefully, like you said, Marcus, some of these other guys can get some playing time, because we need to get some rest for the main guys. Like, Kuminga got to play in the game, bro. He got to play. He got to play in the game. You got to get him in there, Steve Kerr. I don't give a fuck what the fuck going on, but I guess your point has been proven. We ain't got to prove it no more. Now
but not just that, but you're paying these players to play, so play them.
They'll be mad as hell if a motherfucker sat out for injury, but don't give a fuck about a coach sitting a motherfucker because of a personal reason.
Facts.
That makes no damn sense to me. I'm like, nah, they need to be on the court, man. Like you said, Marcus, they need these $1 million employees. I don't give a
Yep,
fuck what
that's a
we
whole
got going
fact.
on, bro. We trying to win, bro. We trying to win. And like it's gonna be interesting to see how this shit plays out. Let me see who else is coming up. Cause let's say Tuesday. Yeah, let's see. Your Timberwolves Lakers coming up. They got the 9:00 game. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. So for anybody that wants to watch that matchup, they'll be able to watch it and don't gotta worry about us doing this shit over here. But give me your final thoughts on the playoffs so far. What you looking forward to? Let me know. Just let me know.
I'm just looking forward to the Warriors doing their thing. Looking to see if the Clippers and the Nuggets, whoever goes against them, I believe plays the first seed, right? Or plays the Thunder. I'm gonna just call it what it is.
5 and 6. Yeah, 5 and 6 will play. The winner will play one.
Right. Because that's the thing with them, right? They're like the fourth and fifth seed right now. Those two.
Yeah, that's 5 and 6. I think 5 and 6. Well, 4
Oh,
and
it's
5.
five,
1 or 2.
4 and 5. I think it's 4 and 5.
4 and
Yeah.
5.
So
Yeah, 4 and 5. Yeah, my bad.
and I think that I think maybe the Nuggets, if they win, they could match up a little more differently against the Thunder. If they win, but if the Clippers win, it's Harden and Kawhi and Zubac, and then to step up and be relevant. If they don't, I just maybe see because the Nuggets might have more experience going deep in the playoffs lately. They might be able to beat the Thunder on that. But the Thunder they're just blowing out the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies weren't a full team this year. They weren't like a fully developed team this year. And injuries and stuff like that too, so that got in the way. Plus John Morant throwing them gun signs, watch out now. Yeah, man. Other than that, we'll see. We'll see what happens if the Warriors, which I think they will, beat the Rockets. They'll probably end up playing the Lakers, and that'll be interesting. So yeah, well, stay tuned because I don't really care about the East.
Oh, and tell them where to find you at too. Don't forget that. Tell them where to find you at.
Oh yeah, so Takashi Media over there on J Takashi and Wally. From time to time we'll be posting. I know we've been kind of lacking on it, lackadaisical a little bit, but we'll be put more content out there. You'll see me from time to time. Coast here, mod. I'll usually be a mod in the chats too on other channels. JBJ, depending on what they're talking about, I'll be here. Sports definitely is one of them, and a few other topics that are trending. I heard about the whole Shay thing. That's crazy. I still think it's a Me Too thing. I think it's a fake Me Too.
Oh,
in my opinion.
I wanted to throw a little bit of that in here. I just didn't know how long people wanted, but I was gonna throw a little bit in here on that Shay shit. Yeah. But keep going.
Yeah, and it's just so convenient that comes up right when he's about to sign a $100 million contract, and the chick wants half of that. So it's just the convenience of it. Hey, it acts like a duck, quacks like a duck. It usually is a duck. So, hey, man, everybody wants to get their come up. You know what I'm saying? Shiesty as hell, no matter how it is. Yeah, and then other than that, just make sure you hit the notification bell, turn it on for JBJ. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment, Cash App, donate to the cause. I heard about it. Yeah, man, I heard some bad things lately happen in the spaces. I heard of controversial cases and stuff, whether it's in Texas and the shootings in FSU and Dallas and stuff like that. Like a lot of stuff that's been happening that's very, very tough. It gets passionate or emotional about certain things. And, maybe JBJ covers that already on this channel and his other channels too, on the JBJ network. Yeah. And then I heard some stuff about Uncle Tom and Kai's wife. I mean, Kai, the family. Kai, their house got burnt down. And they lost like everything, but they're all okay. Like all the family made it out alive. All the dogs made it out alive. No, I'm talking about other content creators like within our space that kind of like linger around.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a channel called The Porch Session, and I guess their house went up in flames like about a couple weeks ago, like less than 2 weeks ago, give or take, or 2 weeks ago. And yeah, man. So they're good thing they caught it and they got out all alive and they're all safe, like all the family and all the dogs and stuff. But they did lose like their home. They lost the cars and stuff like that. So just donate to them. I'm gonna be doing a stream over there on Jay Takashi's channel Takashi Group Media Tribe right there, and we'll probably do donations. And also, Miss Jeannie's husband passed away, or well, I don't know how he passed, but she took a loss in the family right now. So anything to help her out too, and the kids,
I don't
stuff
know
like
who that is, but he shot them out for y'all. I don't know who these people are, but he shot them out for y'all.
Yeah, it's just like people like that are less fortunate, or people going through something, or you never know. Just reach out to them. It's a little bit of humanity, I don't mind helping out people when
Hey,
they actually do need it.
we need a lot more of that shit, especially right now.
That's a whole fact, because that's a dark cloud lately, man, and all that kind
Mm-hmm.
of stuff. But yeah, man. Oh, like I said, keep doing your thing, JBJ. It's a great sports session. I love sports too. Kind of helps bring down the calm and relaxes me and gets me hyped up. NFL, MMA, boxing, all that kind of stuff that I like to watch. Yeah, man. And go Dodgers, go Warriors, go Ravens. JBJ, whatever. What up, Rob?
What up, though?
What up, man? So yeah, man. That's it.
Right. Well, here you go. We got Big back in here. I'm gonna have him do his introduction, which is also his exit, to let him know where to find you at. Go ahead and tell the people what's up real quick, because I am gonna talk real quick about that Shannon Sharp shit. I think we got enough time.
Shit, you better get off.
No. I'm actually gonna talk about the Shannon Sharp shit, but I want you to introduce yourself real quick, first.
Oh, shit.
Let's take that as a no.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Catch me on tip.
I can't hear you. Are you cutting out?
Hey, he going out. You going out. Get in a good spot. Get in a good spot.
Huh?
I said, get in a good spot. You going in and out.
What happened?
Maybe refresh it.
You hear me? I'll be back. I'll be back.
Refresh it. Refresh.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, just because I know you're gonna segue into the Shay thing. Yeah, man. Listen, people have their agreements or disagreements or how they look at Shannon Sharp. I've always been a guy that's a pro Shannon Sharp guy because of how he carries himself as far as media coverage, like content, like he does a good podcast. That's where I base it off of. I don't really care about his personal life, what he does. That's his business. I just base it off of what he produces for us, because he doesn't have to do anything for us. He does it because he enjoys it. He likes the audience. He likes to entertain people. And, he brings Chad out to yeah, he gets paid. That's what, people are living the dream. Like, listen, he's living two dreams right now. He already got to live the life of a professional athlete. And now he's chilling a dream of a podcast, a successful podcaster, especially after getting out of Undisputed over there with FS1. After he's done over there, he did his thing. He has a Laportier, which people, whatever, how they feel about the drink, they like it or dislike it. He still has money making off for that drink.
Yeah,
and then the sponsorship.
Ain't tried it yet.
Yeah, Laportier. I ain't trying to shout out, no free endorsement, but but hey, man.
We give you a shout out, Shannon, because I'm gonna cover one of your sit down talks when you did with Kerry Hilson. So yeah. Look, I might try that Laportier out one day.
Yeah, endorse the channel.
There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, man, just for this recent controversy, I looked into it because people actually got the file and downloaded and was reading it, what she was trying to say. And one of the first things that the antennas went off was she didn't go to the police first. She went to the lawyer first.
Here, pause right there. That is one thing I will always say. Y'all know I cover relationships and shit over here. I'm getting sick and tired of y'all gold diggers, alleged gold diggers, going straight to a lawyer to get some money. If something bad happened to you, you go to the police. No matter how much I don't like bad ones, you go to the authorities if you want to get somebody held accountable, and then you can sue their ass afterwards. But when you go straight to the motherfucking lawyer, bitch, it's a money grab. That's how I look at it. And I'm sorry.
That's how I look at it too.
Yeah, if people get mad about that, y'all can get mad, go cry to your mama about it. I don't give a fuck. Because the logical thing is, if this person was a danger to you, you get them off the fucking street first. It sounds like a selfish act or a bitter ass bitch trying to get back at somebody for not getting her way, and you running straight to a lawyer. So I'm gonna stand 10 toes on that and not die on that motherfucking hill. And I don't care if it was my mama.
Yeah, and I said it too. When I look at the file and the report, she went multiple times, or they met up multiple times. She tried to make it play it off like it was just the first time, and that she felt uncomfortable. But she met up with them multiple times throughout a timeline while trying to do a filing complaint or something. So that is another reason why it looks like a bunch of BS. And another, just like that Dodgers, a baseball player who got fake Me Too. It sounds a lot like that. The way the case is following up, and like if you get the text receipts,
Dude,
like
that dude 2 years.
And I don't think he got his job back, if I'm mistaken, right?
Nah, he back.
But he's not the same though.
Nah, I mean, you ain't get play sport for 2 years.
Facts. Hey, he must have been playing that Wii Sports. Damn.
Yeah. He should have been playing a little bit more of that goddamn Wii Sports.
Because I know, man.
You talking about the tall, lanky dude. Oh, you talking about the one that happened a couple years ago? You talking about something recent? There was another Dodger player.
I think it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah. That dude,
it was like 2 years ago or something like that. 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. That little blonde haired chick lied all on his ass.
Yeah.
He got back in the league. He got back in the league because
I wanted people to notice that case though, because that's when you found out groups of certain women, not all women, but certain groups of those gold diggers, they were colluding together to screw him over, because they're like, hey girl, giving another woman a bad advice, like, hey, yeah, let's set him up or whatever, get some money off of him or whatever. And they were all agreeing in the chat with her, like whatever her friend group chat, whatever the hell they were all saying that shit. So, watch out, keep close of what people you're bringing around your circle too, because you don't know what kind of group of those people have the intent of doing,
Dude, I tell people all the time, and like, it's easy to say it for the athletes, the entertainers, the actors, and all them, to tell them to be mindful of the people they have around them, the company they keep. I gotta tell this to the average motherfucker, because even I have to be mindful. People, you'll never know what people think you got. And you'll never know how people can be so jealous of you. You'll think you just an average day motherfucker. These motherfuckers don't view you that way, and they will try to take everything they can from your ass. You can't have certain people in your circle, man. You gotta be smart about it. That's why I'm happy with the Shannon Sharp shit to a certain extent, that he got receipts to help him out. But I wouldn't have dealt with the little motherfucker that bitch didn't sign that NDA. I would have never said, nah, I understand you trying to get your rocks off, and that's the biggest problem for a lot of dudes. They trying to smash something. Even old heads. And the sad part, the old heads are the ones who the young heads get it from. Shay wanted to smash. She must look good. I want to see what she looked like. I don't know why they keep letting everybody go in as Jane Doe. That's kind of ruining the show for us, because this is a show pretty much. But nah, man, you got to be smart about this shit, man. You got to be smart, man. If you got something to lose, man, if you're going to deal with a motherfucker, they signed that NDA, you just need to move on to the next one. Because if one ain't willing to do it, I promise you there's another one that is. There's always some willing folks out here.
Facts.
Just to be in your lifestyle, just to be around that shit, just to have the access to that shit. Man, motherfuckers sign that shit. But yeah, with Shay, man, I'm like, bro, you can't. Hopefully, I would say hopefully it's a learning lesson, but obviously it's not a learning lesson for nobody, because we've seen this time and time again. And the girls know what it is. Like, a lot of these ladies know in certain situations they can come out on top. We watched the Jonathan Major situation, covered that whole trial. And I'm still to this day, matter of fact, we covered the Johnny Depp fucking trial. We covered the Johnny Depp trial, and we watched the court hearings. We covered all of that shit. And it showed this man ain't do a goddamn thing to this girl for real. She was the one that was the aggressor. She was the one who had the poopy pants and wanted to poop in the bed and shit. She the one who wanted to throw things at people and shit and be violent. And these motherfuckers these motherfuckers still rallied behind that bitch. These guys better be smart, man. You got to be smart, because there's even dudes out here that are blind to the shit and defend that shit. We call those white knights. They the ones who's willing to die on some shit over a bitch that's fucking up.
I call those guys plants. Those guys are plants, man.
Yeah, you call them a plant. I'm cool with that too. Because white knight kind of got some honor to it. They ain't no honor to what the fuck they be doing. It's automatically just taking the side of a chick no matter what. You can't do that. I try to explain the dynamic between men and women. Like, with us, we know as men, look, if it come down to it, man, we gonna have to throw these hands. We might have to take it a little bit further than that, depending on the situation. With women, they know they can't whoop nobody ass. And most of the time, the people they coming at is dudes. So it's like, what's their best way to do? I'm gonna lie on this motherfucker and hope that other dudes come in and defend me. And it happens all the time, man. All the fucking time. Guys gotta wake up to that shit. And ladies, I hope y'all know y'all see it, because I see so many studs coming out now. Studs coming out calling these girls out for the dumb shit they be doing. I'm like, look, yo, now because it ain't working for you, you okay with it. When it affects you, now you.
Hey, are you gonna cover the Kanye West thing too, or no later?
What happened with Kanye West?
He released a song, and it has something to do with him and his cousin, and something about incestual relationship.
And you know he is from up north.
And they were both the same, like boy on boy.
Boy on boy. I'm gonna have to. What was the name of the song?
Cousin. You want to know what he said on the song?
Yeah, go on, tell me, because I'm gonna listen to it after I get off.
He gave his cousin head. He gave his cousin head. He gave his cousin head. He said they started watching nudie magazines together, watching guys kiss. Then they tried it out. It's like the lyrics are saying that shit right then and there, bro, in a more rhythmic tone. And everybody's been talking about it for like the last 24 hours.
Well, I'm gonna check it out. You see, this is why I love to make sure I'm unplugged to most of the shit that goes on in society. Cause yeah, that's too much, bro. That
He went from touch the sky, gonna praise the Lord, to testify, to this shit, man.
I'm gonna have to listen to it. I'm not gonna make no judgment on you yet. But if it is what he's telling me it is, and I hear it, I might have to do a short, entitle it "What the fuck is this?" What the fuck is this, man? I'm gonna check that out, man.
What has the world come to?
Man, the world come to people being like, look. Cat Williams said it best, man. 2025 was gonna be the year of exposure. It shows seeming like it.
Yup.
We ain't even made it a quarter through the year yet.
Bro, we're not even halfway yet.
Dude, I'm talking about a quarter. We ain't even made it a quarter of the year through yet. Ain't it what? January, February, March, April. Ain't it April right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's April right now. We ain't even made it through the month yet. A quarter of the year has not even passed and all this shit's coming out. We got 3 quarters to go. We got 75% more of the year to go. What else do you think is going to come out this year? Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the Kanye song, man. I'm gonna check it out, see what the fuck it's talking about. But back to
Bro, I
Shay
was
Shay.
dying laughing. Fuck that.
I bet you was, man. Shit. And look, I might be too. I might have to do a reaction to listening to it. If it really comes out to be that bad, then they got a 3 for $10 at Chili's. I don't eat out like that.
Better go.
That shit look kind of good. That shit
Can't be 3 for 10. Damn, the prices are way different over there, bro, than Cali. The prices are way different.
Oh yeah, you know look, y'all get gals, but y'all got a lot more shit than we got. That's the main reason. It's a lot more y'all. It's a lot more people out there. And y'all got a lot more shit than we get down here, man. This is the South. They ain't saying the South ain't got shit, but it ain't Cali.
Just not as much.
Put it like that. It nowhere near as much. No, y'all got beaches and shit. We got some beaches down here, but not as many as y'all got. Y'all whole goddamn coastline ain't nothing but a fucking beach. We got some shit at the balls of Alabama. And I don't go to them beaches. Most people in Alabama go to Florida to go to the beach. But look, for Shay Shay, man, look, I'm with you, Marcus, on this one. I think it's pretty much extortion going on right now. I think that's what we're witnessing. Somebody trying to extort a guy to some money, a disgruntled pass jump off. Yes, I said it. A pass jump off. It's disgruntled because motherfucker ain't getting their way. And this is one way to try to get back at a motherfucker. Because I believe if you don't go to the police first, it makes it... Look, I'm pretty much at that point now. You're going to have to prove to me that something happened. And ladies, I don't care if y'all get mad about it. I don't care about these simp-ass dudes that come here and talk about, you should believe women. You can do that. You can do that. You can do that. If your first step is to go to a lawyer and not to a law enforcement officer, I'm in the corner of you gonna have to prove this shit happened. You're gonna have to. Because if something happened to me, I'm not trying to sue a bitch first. I know I can sue a motherfucker after I get their ass locked the fuck up. That's only logical to me, but I can be alone in that shit. I don't care about being on that hill. I die on that hill by myself. This shit, you can't deal with an older gentleman. I read the text, I read the transcripts, I heard the allegations from you didn't want to talk to him, but you talked to him. Like all y'all girls that be saying that dumbass shit, bitch. Like some of y'all honestly, some of y'all be playing hard to get or trying to make it seem like you not like the normal bitch or the other bitches out here just to get in. Dudes, be mindful of that shit. So I ain't want to talk to this motherfucker. All right, look, if a bitch says she don't want to talk to you, you ain't her type of some shit, leave her the fuck alone. That's why we hoping shit don't happen to Travis Hunter. Like all these girls that say they not interested in shit, then move on. And please don't let these motherfuckers know what you got for real. Look, only show what you want people to see. If you trying to ball out and be that motherfucker, just understand you're gonna have people around you for a certain reason. If you show them something, they're gonna be around for that. You gotta be smart. Like dudes really gotta be smart, man, because we control how these bitches act, whether you know it or not. If they do whatever they want to do and you don't go with it, eventually that shit gonna die the fuck out. But this shit right here, these false accusations that I think is going on. Hold on, let me get my boy Ross on here on this one time. These things that he talking about, these shits right here.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
you need to keep that shit to yourself, girl. Don't be coming for Uncle Shay Shay. That's the uncle. He ain't my uncle. But that's what everybody else be calling him. Don't be coming for Shay Shay like that. And for all the people that try to criticize this dude and call that man gay for I don't know how long, I thought this was, I ain't gonna bullshit with y'all. Contrary fucking belief, I thought this was another plant like the Instagram thing. I was like, oh, Shay Shay trying to make sure they must have been coming at him again. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh man, they coming at the Shannon again, calling them gay. So that he done went this far. I thought it was gonna be like that fake shit he did before with the IG live shit. I'm like, nah, bro, you did that shit on purpose. I thought it was another one of those situations, but finding out this now, nah, it's just a money grab. So I guess all the people that kept calling him gay need to stop calling him gay, because obviously the man ain't gay. Unless you just want to say maybe he go both ways, but you ain't never shown no proof of that. But there's been a whole lot of proof that he been fucking a lot of these hoes out here. It's been some proof that he fucking some hoes. So
fact.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell him, man. Ladies, y'all need to stop doing this and stop encouraging motherfuckers that do this. And if motherfuckers say these things happened to them, these things transpired, when they telling it to you, man, you just need to tell them motherfuckers go to the police, bro, and him to do that. Because just think about here. Let's just put ourselves in a scenario that all these women are telling the truth and these things have happened to them. They're more willing to get some money from somebody than worry about their fellow girl being in any type of interaction with this motherfucker because he's still walking the street. You're being selfish to run to a lawyer to try to get money, then try to get this piece of shit that you claim, this vile human being, off the streets. You don't give a fuck about him being on the street. You just want to get some money from him. I think that's some fucked up shit. I think that's fucked up.
Facts.
Oh, we got Big Back.
Yeah, what up, though, y'all? I know y'all can hear me now.
Yeah.
What up, man?
Yeah, I was outside. That's why I was fucking up.
Well, you good now. Go ahead and give me your thoughts real quick. We got probably about 10 more minutes.
So Shannon Sharp?
Yeah, you can hit me with the Shannon shit. You hit me with the playoff shit. No matter whatever you want to hear.
Well, let's start with Shannon first. Look, bro. Look, at this point, bro, look, fuck them hoes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm from now on, bro, it's innocent to proven guilty, bro. Fuck all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to sexual assault and shit like that, bro, look, man, if it's old news,
you gotta say SA.
SA. It's just SA. It wasn't grape, right?
Yeah, grape is for the other one. SA is for the one you just said. But yeah, fucking yeah, she just said no. She said he graped her. That's what she said.
Yeah, she's saying that too.
Yeah, she said he like. She said Shannon like do that butt stuff.
I mean, I don't give a fuck what he like to do. Like, so if sexual assault, like, what's like what make it sexual assault? Like,
SA.
I mean, SA. I'm sorry. But just because he like to fuck her in the ass and shit, what the fuck? That's sexual assault? Like, I mean, SA.
That's
Christ. Went on tonight.
My bad. Yeah,
this sounds like a whole Playboy Penthouse letter right now. That's crazy work. Crazy work. It's crazy work.
My bad.
Look,
go ahead, Rob.
What I thought, Rob, look, to be honest with you, Rob, from what I thought sodomy was against the law. It is in Alabama. I don't get it.
It's bro, fuck these hoes, bro. I'm tired of all these stories and shit. You know what I'm saying? About every time you hear some shit, a nigga getting on. I guess he was projecting
$100 million contract.
On his podcast. All of a sudden, stuff like this pop up, bro. Like, fuck it, bro. And I'm starting to see people starting to realize this shit. Especially, I see some females, speaking on it like, all right, they not believing this shit, bro. A lot of this shit that people was on a few years ago, I think a lot of people ain't fucking with it, bro. And this is one of the things people ain't fucking with, bro.
You realize too, something that nobody mentioned either yet that makes it more sound like bullshit. Where's the grape kit test? There has to be a grape kit test but she went to the lawyer first. And then I don't know how official went to the police or at all. There's no grape kit test done.
But what I heard that she's not trying to send him to jail.
No, that's what I'm saying, man. She never tried any of this, and that's why I said
she's suing him for $50 million.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't believe, and I said if people get mad about it, I'll say it again. If you get mad about it, it's on you. But when somebody runs straight to a lawyer before they run to the police, I'm more inclined in 2025 not to believe a motherfucking thing you said. Not nothing. Because, like you said, if something like that happened to you, you would want to get that person off the street. She not trying to do that. And majority of these motherfuckers are not trying to do that shit either. Like, and people be like, well, the Jonathan Majors girl did that. No, she didn't. Jonathan Majors called the fucking police for the bitch. She didn't call the police on him. He called because she was drunk, laid out in his house. Broke her fucking finger, spending all his money that night. Like, most of these chicks ain't calling the police unless it's in like the heat of the moment or some shit that ain't going their way. This the money, like this seems like a money grab. That's what I say. It seems like a money grab.
Man, this shit is whack as hell, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, how about your Pistons? How about your Pistons, dog?
My Pistons. Hey, man, look, New York lucky they not down 2-0. Shit, that's how I look. You think about that first game. I mean, we had that game too, but we unnecessary turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Then you talking about 21 unanswered points. You know, I mean that can never happen. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they definitely showed. You know, you could tell. You know, they're a young team, even though they got some veterans around them. But I mean, game one was all on them. We lost that game, but you know, bounced back. K played a way better game, made his adjustments. I mean, I love seeing that, especially from a young player like him. You know, hey, this is where you get stamped. You know, and so far so good. You know, so look, I feel like I love the Pistons chance because how gritty they are. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of dogs on our teams. You know what I'm saying? And man, like I told you before, JBJ, like Jalen Brunson, he could do whatever the fuck he want. He could get 30, 40, all you want. You know what I'm saying? the person that that need to step up, and once again he ain't show up. It's Cat. You know,
And that's what I'm saying for y'all. Look, that's why I said when I tried to call you, I was calling you to tell you, look, man, I'm pulling for y'all. But I still can't get around to the logic that you own. Because you just said it. Cat didn't even play good.
even like in the first game,
Cat didn't play good.
In the first game, like first half, he ain't had the best first half. But you know, a lot of our guys was getting foul short. Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duran, you know. So
He just a rebound specialist. A real good one though.
But if you see him how he played, bro, you know.
Bro, I watched him. I watch your game.
One thing I say about Cat, bro, he got all the talent in the world, but bro, he don't play his size, bro. He don't. To me,
Hell no. Yeah, he think he a small forward. You're a center.
That's too much for a big man. I don't like that.
That's why Minnesota got his ass out of town. Contrary to a lot of people's belief. Look, if y'all win this series, it'll be because the Cat didn't show up.
Check this out. You got Tobias Harris. I mean, Tobias ain't on your little.
Man, you can't brag on Tobias.
Oh wait, listen. Wait. No, you gotta listen, bro. I was saying Tobias. You got Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris. I mean, he ain't no little fella, but he only like 6'8". And then who else we checking? Cat that I see. Maybe just Jalen Duran. You know, he's a big guy. You know, he's athletic. He's 6'10", but Cat's still 7 feet. And then there's a few times I saw Asar Thompson. You know, he's not punishing nobody. And you don't even, and check this out. What make it even more diabolical? You don't even put up you don't even attempt a shot in the second half. They're missing the shots. They're missing shots. You didn't even attempt the whole second half. You had Jalen out there fighting for his life. Literally.
Look, I told you, you remember when the trade happened? You remember we had conversations about this on the show? I picked Minnesota for winning the trade because of this exact thing right here. And I don't know what. And Cat keeps getting the pass. I swear he keep getting the pass. People got a blind spot in them where they don't understand why that trade was facilitated. And it's exact shit that you talking about right now. This performance in these playoffs right now is the exact reason that got him shipped out. We understand his potential. We understand how good he could be. But it's these moments right here. And these are moments that you say, I think you and Marcus said, this is where you make your bread. This is where you hit your wagon to greatness. And in these moments, he do this.
And also, you gotta look at the Knicks coach. Bro, he's his worst enemies. But he's been for a long time. You telling me, check this out. You telling me I ain't even seen most of their best players play like that in that second game. Cameron Payne was irritating the fuck out of me because I couldn't believe how he was getting off.
Cameron Payne do that on the regular though. But that's his shit.
But you don't see him. But yeah, guess what? I probably saw Cameron Payne probably a few. It wasn't that many times I saw that nigga.
Yeah, you probably ain't watching the Knicks that much because I don't usually watch the Knicks that much either. They not a team that I like to watch.
No, I'm talking about this. I'm just talking about this past series. This past like this.
Oh, this series right now.
Huh?
You talking about the series they playing right now?
The series playing right now, like
yeah. He getting about 17 minutes, 18. He ain't getting a lot of playing time. He need more playing time.
But I'm saying is that I don't see him playing many guys off the bench like that. The first game, I saw him pretty good, but that second game, I didn't see too many guys. I probably saw 2 or 3, maybe probably 2 or 3 guys coming out that bench that had some good time.
And they coach Thibodeau? Is Thibodeau still coaching them?
He love playing he
a defensive coach. He gonna play the defense. He gonna play the best defensive players first before he put any offensive threats out there. Because if you wanted more scoring, you would put Cameron Payne in there a little bit more. But defensive wise, I get why he running the lineup he running.
You know it's bad when I I don't know, it's bad for Tibbs or it's bad for Mikal because I ain't never saw a player complain about playing too many minutes. But
look, I ain't worried about the Knicks. I know you talking as if y'all got this shit locked up. I can't get on that bandwagon with that one, Rob. I can't get on that one. There is some things that the Knicks.
You don't have to. I'm just rooting of my home squad. So
you being an emotional fan, I know it's the same thing you do with the Detroit Lions. I got you. I'm just here to try to regulate that a little bit, just a little bit. We're gonna see how it play out, man. Look, it's just 2 games. Y'all did what y'all need to do, and that's the way I like to look at it, especially if it was my squad. Look, we came on the road and we stole one. We got home court advantage right now. You the top seed. You supposed to be the seed to win. So we just need to lock in. And I would talk about what my players need to lock in on. It's like what me and Mark talking about when it comes to Golden State. We got to stay locked in. We got to stay focused. We the lower seed. We came in here and got a dub on y'all. We need to lock in and play. I ain't gonna get out here.
It's the way we did it too. It's the way we got the W too.
Yeah. So I'm like, I ain't finna tap dance and brag and nothing like that yet. No, we gotta get through this series. Which I believe they can. But shit, and I look, no bullshit. If y'all win, I think y'all can win it in 7. Because I think it'll be a fight. It'll be a fucking fight. But focus on.
I'm talking frostbite.
Even at 1 year, clearly it's possible.
Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
I think we're gonna win in the 6. I think we take care of home. We'll probably come back to New York and lose. And I think we'll go back home and win 1.
Hey, that's an interesting take. Look, I'm probably gonna do a intermediate sports show throughout the week. One of them throughout the week, just to get one off. But no, Uncanny, I'm not hearing it. He said the Wolves still game 2. I'm thinking the sweep. I ain't trying to hear none of that right now. But we do got to get up out of here before my goddamn shit get to that point where I can't do that shit. So once again, Rob, tell them where to find you at. And then Marcus, Marcus, you go first. Tell them where to find you at. And then Rob, you tell them where to find you at again. And we're going to slide up out of here because we got like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can just find me here from time to time on JBJ's channel or the JBJ Network or Let's Talk JBJ, JBJ Gaming. You'll see me as a mod too in a lot of these channels. Catch me on Jay Takashi over there with Takashi Media Group. And then, man, just show support. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, Cash App donations, leave a comment, question, critique, anything to help the algorithm too on the comment section too. Other than that, peace out, y'all. Take care. Thank you.
All right, Rob.
Go, Dub Nation.
Rob, you know that. We got less than 1 minute. Rob, hit him with it. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Big back for life, man. Holla at y'all.
All right. And once again, y'all, catch y'all in the next show. Make sure y'all tune in. Let's Talk with JBJ. Make sure y'all subscribe to the J Talk Sports. And motherfucker, we gonna catch y'all in the next one as always, man. Peace.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.